Hello guys, let's talk about Epaulette Mate checkmate pattern today. So first, what is Epaulette? Epaulette is apparently, let me show you the picture real quick. So it's this shoulder ornamental thingy that you might see either the captain of an airline, a pilot use, or sometimes, when there's a military parade, they are wearing this on their shoulder. What does this have to do with chess? Well, I think it will be obvious when you see the pattern. Let's just play it. Here white is to play and to win. First we go rook f8 check. Queen takes f8, the only move. Now rook takes f8 again, and rook takes f8. And here's the checkmate. Queen takes g6, checkmate. I hope you can see why it's called an epaulette now, because it kind of looks like it. Looks like a sandwich, right? The epaulette thingy. And the king is sandwiched between two of his own pieces. Usually the pieces that sandwich the king are either rooks or pawns, because obviously if it's a bishop or a queen or a knight, then they would be able to move and block the checkmate. And the piece that delivers the checkmate to the opponent king is usually either a queen or a protected rook. Here we see Epaulette Mate by a queen. Let's see an Epaulette Mate by a protected rook next. White 2 moves and win here. You might have noticed where's the epaulette gonna happen, right? We have the two sandwich, if you like, on a6 and a8. So if we can get the king to a7, and then one of the rook would be able to checkmate it. Here white starts with knight d6. Now if the king goes to a7 directly, then there is a checkmate, epaulette mate straight away. So the black king might want to go to a b8 first, right? To avoid the mate. But here we can actually still force the black king to go to a7. Rook c8, check. Now only one legal move, obviously king a7. And then we do the same pattern as before. Rook c7. Now if king b8 again, then there's an epaulette mate. Well, not epaulette mate. There's just a checkmate on the other side. So best way to prolong the game is bishop takes c7, but now there is an epaulette mate on b7, checkmate. Opponent king is sandwiched by his own rook, and we deliver the checkmate with a rook that is protected by the knight. Okay, let's practice, shall we? Now black to move and win with epaulette mate. You might be wondering how do you get the sandwich mate in this case, because usually there are two rooks. But remember, pawn and rook can also form a sandwich around a king. Feel free to pause the video and analyze things first, and then we'll solve it together. First, black goes rook h8 check. Now there are two options here for black. Either rook h4 or king g4. This position comes from a real game, and in the game white actually choose king g4, which is actually the worst of the two moves. Now there's a forced epaulette mate. Rook h4 check. Again, there's only one move here for white, which is g takes h4. And then queen g2, checkmate. That's the epaulette pattern. The king is sandwiched between the rook and the pawn, and the queen delivers for checkmate. I probably need to mention that previously, the best move here is actually rook h4, but still white is losing very badly here. Computer shows 10 centi-pawn advantage for black. I'll just show you an example line. First we go queen f5 check. We do this so that we can guard the f7 pawn, which is double attack by white when we take the rook. And now, well, black is clearly winning, so I will stop here. Another position to practice, black to move and win via epaulette mate. As usual, feel free to pause the video and then we'll solve it together. Okay, first white goes, black goes queen d3 check. Now only one legal move for white, which is king e1. Now rook g1 check, and there are two ways to block the check, right? Which is rook f1 or knight g1. Now if rook f1, then there's Epaulette Mate straight away. So knight f1 is the best to prolong the game. But then rook takes f1, rook takes f1, and then queen e3, Epaulette Mate. King is sandwiched between the rook and the queen deliver checkmate. Okay guys, that's all for Epaulette Mate. Do check out my checkmate pattern playlist if you would like to learn about all checkmate patterns like this. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.